I want you to think about last night. What did you eat for dinner? And did any of it come out of the refrigerator reheated from the day before? Because I used to do that every single day. Rice, eggs, chicken, spinach. I thought I was being healthy, being smart, saving time. Nobody ever told me that certain foods, at the molecular level, go through silent chemical changes when they're reheated.
You can't see it, you can't smell it, but it's happening inside your food, and then inside your body. And the science behind it is something most people will go their entire lives never knowing. But here's what stopped me cold when I actually read the research. The science, simple version. When food is cooked the first time, normal chemical reactions happen. Proteins change, starches soften, fats shift. That's fine. But when that same food sits in your refrigerator for hours and then gets reheated, a completely different set of reactions begins. Oxidation breaks down fats into compounds that can damage your DNA. Repeated high heat creates something called advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which drive chronic inflammation in your body. And certain foods convert their natural nitrates into nitrites during storage, which under heat can transform into nitrosamines, compounds the World Health Organization flags as probable carcinogens. 3 silent processes happening in your kitchen every single day. So which 4 foods are we actually talking about? The 4th one is going to genuinely surprise you, because it's the one everyone thinks is the healthiest choice they make all day. Food 1, rice. Rice is the most eaten food on the planet, and reheating leftover rice is something billions of people do without a second thought. Here's the problem. It's not actually the reheating that's dangerous, it's what happens in between. As cooked rice cools, a bacteria called Bacillus cereus, which naturally lives in raw rice and survives cooking, begins multiplying. When you reheat the rice, the heat kills the bacteria, but it doesn't destroy the toxins they already produced. Those toxins survive the microwave, they survive the stovetop, and research shows they can interfere with the mitochondria inside your cells, the energy centers that, when damaged, are considered an early step in how healthy cells begin to change.
On top of that, repeatedly heating starchy foods increases acrylamide, a compound classified as a probable human carcinogen. The fix is simple. Cook rice fresh when you can. If you store it, refrigerate it within an hour. Eat it within 24 hours and never reheat it more than once. Food 2, chicken. Chicken is the world's most popular lean protein. Doctors recommend it.
Nutritionists recommend it, and almost everyone reheats leftover chicken without thinking twice. But when animal proteins are exposed to high heat a second time, they produce compounds called heterocyclic amines, HCAs. These aren't controversial. They're among the most studied dietary carcinogens in science. Once inside your body, HCAs interact directly with your DNA. And repeated exposure over months and years is associated in research with increased risk of colorectal and pancreatic cancers. This doesn't mean chicken is dangerous. It means how you handle it after cooking matters more than most people realize. But the next 2 foods are the ones that hit hardest, because these are the ones health-conscious people eat every single day, believing they're doing everything right. Food 3, spinach. This one genuinely frustrates me to talk about, because spinach is one of the healthiest foods on earth. Iron, folate, antioxidants. It's everything a clean diet is supposed to include. But here's what happens when you cook spinach, refrigerate it, and then reheat it. Spinach is naturally high in nitrates, which in fresh form are actually beneficial for your heart and blood pressure. But once cooked spinach sits in the refrigerator, bacteria begin converting those nitrates into nitrites, the same chemical conversion that happens in processed meats. When you then reheat that spinach, those nitrites react with amino acids under heat and can form nitrosamines. The European Food Safety Authority has issued formal guidance on exactly this process. The painful irony is that the people most at risk are the ones trying the hardest to eat well.
Eat spinach fresh. Eat it immediately after cooking. If you have leftovers, eat them cold within a few hours. Don't reheat them. Food 4. Eggs. I told you this one would surprise you. Eggs. Nutritionally, eggs are almost perfect. All 9 essential amino acids, choline for brain health, selenium, lutein. By almost every measure, eggs are one of the smartest foods you can eat.
But reheating cooked eggs, especially scrambled eggs or hard-boiled eggs, creates a specific problem almost nobody talks about. Eggs contain fats concentrated in the yolk. When an egg is cooked the first time, those fats undergo initial oxidation. Normal. But when a refrigerated cooked egg is reheated at high temperature, those already oxidized fats go through secondary lipid oxidation at a much faster rate.
The byproducts, particularly compounds called oxysterols, have been shown in peer-reviewed research to be genotoxic, meaning toxic to the genetic material inside your cells, your DNA. Genotoxic compounds are considered potential carcinogens by definition because they can initiate the chain of events that eventually leads to cancer. The simple fix? Eat eggs immediately after cooking. If you've hard-boiled them, store them with the shell on and eat them. If you need to warm an egg dish, use very gentle low heat. Never blast them in the microwave. Here's what I want you to take away from this. None of these foods are dangerous on their own. Rice, chicken, spinach, eggs, these are good foods. The issue is a habit so common, so automatic, that billions of people practice it every single day without ever being told what's happening at the molecular level inside their food. You aren't careless. You just weren't given this information. Now you have it. And that's what this channel is built on. Not fear, not supplements, not trends, just the science, explained in a way that actually reaches you at the dinner table. Follow pulse psychology, because the most powerful thing you can do for your health starts with understanding what's actually happening inside your own body.